Hello and welcome for some LUTI action. I am Pat here with Antonin. Antonin, how are you today?
We're doing wonderful IC Manta Maria. I'm happy. But besides that, we've got a great match for everyone today. We got, forgive me if I mispronounce this, Seachedelia versus MEOW.
Yes. Tonight we will show you three different matches, three different LUTI sets, and we will start in D4 with these two teams. We are working on editing the title. Sorry about that. Uh, the people who have the mod powers are all in the at the European Championships, and like we're getting them to do things. But yes, this is LUTI. This is not Paddling Pool, and we will watch these teams play against each other in a best of 9 on the LUTI maps.
Yes. So we got an interesting to believe this is a Div 4 game, if I am not wrong.
Yep.
And some amazing players on both teams. Um We're still in the beginning of this league season, which has been just exciting to watch. We've seen so many game nines so far. Just absolutely insane games, and this will not disappoint.
Yeah, like D4 is kind of that special spot in the community where you're no longer low level, but you still can, like, you're still looking to learn the game to really improve it, like still learning. You're still better than me, so. Oh, and we
Exactly.
updated the title. Pinky, can you?
Let's go. We're no longer in paddling pool.
Yay! We're in LUTI! And okay, so everybody is in the lobby, so they just need to prepare things, and they should be ready to start the game very soon.
Yes. Waiting for the players to get in. There's
Yes.
always the longest break, so if you need to go use the restroom or get a bottle of water, you can do so now. But it's not gonna be a big break. Don't go out and I don't know, outside or something. I don't know. I don't go out and visit your neighbors or something. It's not gonna be that long of a break.
Yeah, like teams are are choosing their weapons right now, so don't go anywhere. They're about to start in a minute. But yeah, I don't know that much about these teams. We got some info, so
We've found some notes. I heard that one of the players, he's so maniacal. They play, according to this, every weapon in the game. On MEOW. I don't know how you play every weapon in the game.
Wait, not at the same time, but like you can
Maybe,
learn
you never
every
know.
weapon.
He's got like 17, 30 setups,
Yeah, I mean, watch Adashima on the side of MEOW. Apparently, everybody.
ideas.
So apparently, MEOW, they named the team like that because they love cats, except for Adashima, who doesn't.
Who plays every weapon in the game.
Yeah, Adashima's easy.
I guess, he's gotten so out of whack from playing every weapon in the game that he's just forgotten how to love cats. But meanwhile, it looks like both these teams are relatively newly formed. Seachedelia was formed 4 months ago, which means after last LUTI season, I'm pretty sure. And MEOW was formed September, so two relatively new teams. And glad to see this should be their first LUTI performance for both of them.
Yeah, both teams playing together on LUTI for the first time at least, and we see both teams going in, and we see on the side of MEOW Alexi with the backline, the Zekofin. I love it. Meanwhile, on the other team, it's the bow, the Inkblot.
I love seeing Stringer. We love seeing Stringer. We never get to see it, but it's always great to see somebody playing any form of Stringer. So glad to see its representation. But this is a big scuffle with 3 going down. Massive.
Yeah, massive, and MEOW is going to get the advantage and move on. The bow is throwing the super jumps at the zone, but that's not going to be enough. Seachedelia, they need to organize a push onto the zone right now, and they get the flip. Pretty quick flip on the zone.
I was about to mention that carbon roller, it's not carbon, it might be a carbon, I can't see it this clearly, was just booking it into Seachedelia's spawn. And that's the gameplay we're going to see. Yep. There you go.
Here comes the carbon. Carbon only getting 1 pick, but forcing all of Seachedelia to look backwards. And right now, everybody's in flanked. That's going to be the zone back for MEOW, and MEOW back on the attack. Even Alexi with the charger is looking to push on to the ramp.
Yes, great. One of the most important things on Brinewater Springs is making this push up the ramp, because the defense only has, or the attack only has one way to get to zone, and that is through this ramp. And if you can just hold this ramp as when you're in control of zone, it's 3-point simulator.
Yeah. And right now it's a lot of points on the side of MEOW. Seachedelia finally able to paint onto the zone. They don't get the flip yet. MEOW keeping the zone for themselves in a 4v3. Bad Hammer better get some picks, otherwise Seachedelia is in big trouble. MEOW finally pushed back. It's just Adashima. Adashima is going to have to just leave the zone, and Seachedelia looking to get rid of their very small penalty and score some points.
And a pick finally onto the D shot there, as now MEOW is playing the far back position in their own ramp. But unlike Seachedelia is choosing a much more passive hold on ramp. Not so far up, but still in a good power position to pivot back to the point if they need to.
Yes, and that zone is almost flipped. If MEOW is able to paint that zone blue, that could be huge. Yes, and that's huge for them. They keep that lead with 2 minutes left. MEOW is in a very good spot, but Seachedelia back in control of the zone, looking to just maintain that control, but MEOW is not letting them.
It's so back and forth. Both teams are very neck and neck, you can tell by the points. As the zone keeps flipping almost every team fight, and we're just seeing, is that V-shot down there?
Yeah, it's Adashima with the V-shot. Completely. Okay, they finally found him. But right now, Seachedelia, they have to keep that control. They're almost done with their penalty, and they're going to be able to get that lead back right in the nick of time. We are about to enter the last minute, and Seachedelia is just struggling to get that lead. They gonna get it!
They finally do get it, but MEOW almost like that had an amazing push right there. And we're seeing the triple in-strikes come in, and that flips zone for them, as now they're going to start working, use that zone flip as an distraction, get a push going on. But Seachedelia is very quick to paint that zone back again.
And a wipe out! With a wipeout, Seachedelia is on a very good spot, and they just need to pressure that ramp. And as you said, like they're not going as far deep as MEOW did when they had the control, but that way they are not risking as much. And look at that, the ink brush just getting the punish.
But the brush has been.
I mean, the brush has
to get. The Go Burn the name is really accurate right here. As they just pushed so far up, and just that brush. It was a very back and forth game for map 1, as both teams had their bouts with getting control over the point. But once Seachedelia got point, it really felt like MEOW was on the back foot heavily, as they weren't able to get major pushes in. Both teams are really good at the defensive holding of point there.
Yeah, as you said, once one team is in control, that team was able to keep that control for so long. It's just that Seachedelia, they lost the first encounter, and it took them a lot of time to get back into the zone. But once they had that map control, like look at MEOW there, they were so dangerous, so powerful, and Seachedelia for long they were just struggling just to stay into the game. But once they were able to just keep that mid, keep it for themselves. They didn't care about the zone as much because they were always there, and MEOW had to struggle just to apply penalty again and again, and that was never enough. Seachedelia ended by having it, and that's a good way to win the game one. But that was very much a war of attrition between these two teams.
Very much a war of attrition, as you said. Some great plays coming out from both teams as well, let's be honest. We had some really great teamwork over the side of MEOW to flip one of the zones. I remember we saw like there's a bunch of subs and specialists going onto the point right at once before they made the push in, so that they would hope that Seachedelia would be preoccupied with painting the zone, or they could get free points by Seachedelia prioritizing the fights instead. Unfortunately, they did lose that fight, and they weren't able to get enough points to make really a difference in there. But it was a great idea. I mean, we saw from Seachedelia just great individual plays, great, finding out these lurks from the carbon and from the V-shot. Just overall, great showing from both teams. We're now going into tower control MakoMart. We've all seen MakoMart. We all love MakoMart. And this is... Tower control was a lot harder to go back and forth than Splat Sims. You got a moving objective. While you don't have Punisher, so to say, you do have to obviously push it back through all the space the enemy has pushed. So if teams are going back and forth, but one has the lead, that tower is most likely going to stay in an advantageous position for one of these teams, allowing for more, momentum-based pushes, steamrolling, as you will. But we see some adaptations, some changes from Seachedelia, and ranged blaster from MEOW.
Yeah, the ranged
blaster. I guess
blaster
he really does. He really does play everything.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a very aggressive range blaster coming in, and that's a very good start on the side of Seachedelia. I'm kind of surprised. Wait, they're just getting in and getting the picks. Very, very good opening by Seachedelia. That's going to be a very easy checkpoint one for them. Look, they're just getting in.
A great checkpoint one, but if I just say checkpoint 2 and checkpoint 3 here are the hardest to push through because you have so much advantageous, so many defensive positions that MEOW can play here. And they're using these. They got 2 down on the side of Seachedelia, and now it's going to be really hard for Seachedelia to keep control over that tower. And you see they fall one by one.
Yeah, right now it looks like Seachedelia is really just maintaining the tower where it is, not trying to push a bit much further, like trying to get the picks, but as long as they keep the tower there, they have special advantage. And they keep MEOW on their toe, and right now it's a 4v2, they can get that second checkpoint now. They just need to maintain that control, and they have so much for them right now. That's going to be checkpoint 2, but they have 2 players down, so they're going to have to play a bit slower. Never mind, they're not.
And, nice snipe from Alexi, but it is enough as 3 go down on the side of Seachedelia, and there's very little hope for Seachedelia to be able to stall this tower. As MEOW are going to look to paint mid and get control over mid, as Adashima is looking to push pretty far with that blaster.
Yeah, you know what, Akira looking to just getting... Hey, that bit of refresh on the tower like slows things down for MEOW so much and forces MEOW to look back. And they like completely divide their attention, giving Seachedelia they can defend however they want thanks to that. And right now Seachedelia is in a very good spot. They are all around mid, and MEOW is struggling just to get to the tower. They're just throwing their Wing Strike at the tower, hoping to get some things, but 2 down on the side of MEOW, and Seachedelia just like waiting, just preparing another attack.
Yes, they are, and we're seeing. We saw right there from that touch from Seachedelia was due to MEOW pushing too far, and right now it's just very scrappy, back and forth from both teams. As two go down on the side of MEOW, and unless Adeshima has something to say here, as he's the only one that's really close to tower here, this could be an easy push from Seachedelia, maybe a third checkpoint. But as soon as I say that, two go down on the side of Seachedelia, and Adeshima did do it. He has gotten control back over tower, and that's a staggered kill right there.
And suddenly
the shot has to back up, and that should be tower going to MEOW.
Yeah, suddenly Adeshima, despite like being alone in a 1v3 with a blaster, managing to really push Seachedelia back and allowing MEOW to get back into mid. And right now it's just the ink brush, it's just Akira. That's a wipeout, and that's going to be a big push opportunity for MEOW. That's what MEOW has been waiting for so far. Adeshima, Adeshima getting picked, but if MEOW is able to take that control off onto the backs, they could get that second checkpoint. It's just the zap though, it's just Kaito right now. Kaito, he's going to have to move back. Akira back on the attack, and Seachedelia back on the offense, back doing things. That was, well, checkpoint 1 at least for MEOW.
Yes, it was touched checkpoint 1, but now there's only a minute left, and they have to get through 2 checkpoints and all the way to the third, which is a major defensive hold, as I said before. Yeah. But there is the tri-strike. There's a bazooka down on the side of Seachedelia, as MEOW is looking to make a good push here, only contested by the ink strike on the side of Seachedelia.
Ooh! And Seachedelia with a wipeout, they're going to attack again, and with 20 seconds left on the clock. That's not what you want to see if you're MEOW. Seachedelia pretty much with the victory lap right now. They are just moving in, taking the picks, and it's just another wipeout! Okay!
A wipeout, 10 seconds left. Once again, it's up to Adeshima. You know, the Blaster can always just get their X, but it is not going to have a chance here. And that is it's not a knockout, it's a win by time. But a great push and a great win from Seachedelia to go up, I believe, 2-0 now.
Yes, 2-0 for Seachedelia. And they were not even riding tower at the end. Like, their backline was like, okay, I want to play too. I'm going to activate Inkjet. We don't need extra points, so let's go for it. And look at that. Akira not wasting any seconds, just getting in, painting behind everybody, just going and annoying everybody so that the rest of Seachedelia can just constantly attack, constantly be on that tower. And every pick like just is played so much off of for Seachedelia. Very, very good attack.
Yes, Akira was definitely very aggressive in the entirety of the match. Always putting pressure on MEOW. It kind of reminded me of old Tetradolis back in Splash Meta, where your entire game plan was be a nuisance. And that worked very well, because with this machine sniper comp, the space that you have is you want to hold. You want to push and get control of space when you're in front of the tower, so that Seachedelia would have to push through, you know, a sniper and a machine and a lot of stuff and a lot of space through, just to get to mid, and then they'd have to get to tower as well. It's like a layered defense there. But Akira, that brush just broke it up, you know, was able to weave through the, you know, cracks in the defense and completely shut down what MEOW wanted to do with that defense and with their pushes as well.
Yep. And MEOW now, they are down 2-0. We've seen them play pretty well. It was like they're still there. They're still able to bring the fight to Seachedelia. It's just like these extra pushes that Seachedelia was able to get. And thankfully for MEOW, you only need one good push on Rainmaker, and especially on Humpback Pump Track. on this map, if you get like just one good, a few good picks, one good wipeout, you can score so much. You can get a KO, and that's what MEOW really wants to have if they want to get back into this set and get the advantage.
That'd be a massive momentum swing. Rainmaker very momentum based, and you know it almost feels like Splatoon 2 Rainmaker at times, where teams are practically they're only winning 2 team fights and they're getting the knockout really quickly. It can go like that. I think I'd expect to see a swap from the ZNF to a vanilla splat, to a vanilla charger. Because vacuum, I've seen a lot of good teams be using vacuum here, especially for that last. Since teams like to go to the right point, teams basically have a straight line to the end after the second checkpoint, and the vac is very good there for those pushes.
Yeah, but it looks like Alexi just prefers the Zekofin, and we are going to go right in that game number 3. Seachedelia not ready to change anything. MEOW back with the carbon, and back on the attack. Carbon can be so good on these hills.
Yes, and it's up to that carbon to match the aggressiveness of that Inkbrush, but as soon as I see that 3 go down on the side of MEOW, and here is that aggression. One team fight is one for Seachedelia. They could end it in a second if they keep up this aggression.
Yeah, and that's a very good first push by Seachedelia. They still have a Rainmaker looking to get some more. It's 3 versus 2, and that Tri-Strike is finally going to stop things now, keeping themselves into the game, but we're still in the first minute, and Seachedelia already has the first checkpoint and some points extra.
It's a great start, but they made that push in the first minute. Let's just say MEOW can do that. As they look to hold mid while the Rainmaker resets, and they aim up for another push.
Yeah, and
great splat on Hadashima right there from Angel. Axel, I'm sorry, I can't read.
Yeah, it looks like MEOW is finally getting a pick, trying to get some momentum, and another pick. MEOW with the momentum for themselves, maybe.
That brush is causing problems.
The brush is down, and now MEOW, they are just eyeing that first checkpoint. They are there with the cooler. They're in a good position to even the score and maybe get things going. 2 down though, but that checkpoint is going to be so good for them. That means from now on they can run straight at the goal.
Massive. This is massive for MEOW. While they might not have the lead, this allows them, again, as you said, to just run straight towards the goal, and especially on a Splatoon 2 map, as we all remember from Splatoon 2 being very snowbally in Rainmaker. That is what you want here.
Yes,
as it looks like Seachedelia are going to go up that right side high ground and try to get around mid to avoid all this pressure that MEOW is putting on. But it doesn't, as staggered 3 wipe happens onto Seachedelia, it's all up to the ballpoint to hold off MEOW here.
Yeah, that push wasn't very powerful, wasn't very active, but it took a lot of time. They took their time, and right now they have the lead. Taking their time just adds pressure onto MEOW. MEOW, not happy with that pressure, are going to get a push of their own, and look at that, they're not wasting any time. Alexi just trying to get things, but 3 down, a bit too hasty on the side of MEOW, and now Seachedelia, they get to get that offensive, and that time they're going fast. They have the advantage, and they want to run with it.
Massive special use right there. We saw the Killer Whale into Trizuka there, just applying so much pressure on the Rainmaker holder. But 3 go down on the side of Seachedelia. MEOW have been very good at getting these defensive picks, allowing them to constantly whittle away at this massive lead Seachedelia has, bringing it down from what used to be a massive lead all the way to a small lead that one push can get through. Ooh. And if one push does get through, as they take the lead, 1:30 left on the clock.
And that's an incredibly small lead, but both of these teams are so good at stopping whatever the other team is doing that it's going to be a tough one if they want to... Whoa, wait!
Massive roller picks.
just very, very good carbon pick, and right now MEOW is looking to extend that very small lead that they had, and that carbon just...
What are you doing over there? I saw him sneaking over there.
Ooh. Arashima just getting in. Oh, they found Arashima, and that's going to be probably the end of that flank, and it's just Kaito and Alexi by the Rainmaker. They're going to have to move back with 40 seconds left. Seachedelia, they need big push right now, and now they just need to shark and flank and defeat them just a bit longer.
Massive just kicks going on the side of MEOW as they get 2 down. Axel tried to prove something wrong, but Seachedelia now has the Rainmaker, and they're looking to not only get that, extend their lead, but might even be looking at a knockout here.
That's going to be a lead extended at least, and Alexi just dancing with the Rainmaker is gonna get picked in a very weird spot. That's going to be an instant grab for Seachedelia. Seachedelia, they need a monster push right now.
They do, and Adashima is charging over here, trying to change that possibility. He gets found out, and he's dragging the attention of the Rainmaker, allowing MEOW to get control of mid. But you know what they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings, and Akira is looking to push, be aggressive, as we're in that part of the map where there is one run that can end MEOW, get that 3-0 lead.
Yeah, the price strikes are coming. There's also Zuka that's already by Adashima. Zuka doesn't hit. Okay, there's very, very little time on Nima's clock. Nima has to move in, gets picked by the carbon.
To end it. Unless that was timer popping out, but it looked like the roller got the pick at the end there, just speedy swimming all the way to victory as MEOW get their first map with a massive win on Rainmaker. I forgot the mode name for a second there.
Yep. That's 1-2. MEOW finally with a point on the board. Very, very good play by all of them. And Seachedelia, they know that now they have to sweat. They can't just rest and be with a quick sweep. Like, that's going to be a tough match. And yes, MEOW finally stopping Seachedelia on their momentum, and they really needed that win. Because being down 0-3 is not where you want to be.
0-3 is not where you want to be, but MEOW will be avoiding that. Just as we see here from the replay, this has been 2 minutes down. This is where MEOW, I was gonna say where MEOW got the lead, but my memory might be a little bit screwed. As this is where MEOW got the lead. As you can see, there was a lot of specials on the side of Seachedelia, and it was just massive for MEOW to weave through that killer whale and just eke out points that could have ended with a 41-42. I forgot it would actually be a 43-42 in order for Seachedelia to win. I can count, I can numbers. But that end was really scrappy, and Nima's just the clock is whittling down there as they're just trying to get something. And while they were getting picks, there was so much sub pressure, special pressure being put down right on that corner that it didn't allow Nima to push at all. And even if that roller didn't get the pick, that stall could have been what MEOW needed as well, as there was only about 10 seconds left on that Rainmaker.
Yeah, that's the thing with overtime, especially in Rainmaker. As the clock ticks, like, you have less and less options, and the opponent has more and more ways to ruin your day. But Seachedelia, they're still up in this set. They're going to we're going to go to the next map mode. That's going to be Clam Blitz on MakoMart. Such a small map. Also a sneaky map. I expect the carbon to come back
very sneaky map. I expect that roller to be getting a lot of value.
Oh, yes.
Not just the roller, but also the ink brush. It took me. My memory has been absolutely
Oh,
spectacular
it's fine.
today.
It's fine.
But yeah, the roller and the brush coming out here, no surprises.
Mhm.
Just what both these teams have been running the entire day. As two go down on the side of Seachedelia with a massive first push.
Ooh.
As you see the roller and Adeshima just looking to create countless pressure.
Ooh.
Adeshima today has been very aggressive.
Yes. Yes, very aggressive, and MEOW overall has been, and that's when they're on the offense, that's when they're getting the picks and pushing forward, that they're at their best. And right now, with like 50 points right away onto the basket in the first 30 seconds of the game, Seachedelia just struggling to get that defense, to get things active. They're going to push MEOW back, but MEOW already with 4 play versus 2 again. And looking to just reopen the basket as soon as they get the clams. Like they just get the position, they get the pick, and look at Tana just in there, being an absolute menace. And MEOW, after losing the first 2 games, like that win on Humpback just awoken them. And right now, they are everywhere. It's just Nima.
It's just the man in the sky. The Inkjet is the only one there. There's a lead wipe on the side of Seachedelia as more and more points go in for MEOW. Just ignoring that Punisher. It doesn't exist. It can't hurt you.
MEOW is just dancing everywhere. They're doing whatever they want right now, and Seachedelia are struggling to get things going their way. They only get trades while MEOW gets they get picks. And right now MEOW is again with a super clam and ready to attack again.
And we're seeing more and more specials go down. Again, 2 go down on the side of Seachedelia. They have not had the man advantage throughout the entirety of this game, as that's another power clam in for MEOW, as we see quick, if that's 4, that's 1, that's game. It's a quick, decisive knockout from MEOW. That it wasn't back and forth like we've seen in the other games. MEOW showed up and was like, "Can let's MakoMart, eh? We're gonna win this," and they did.
That was fair enough. That was so good for them. And suddenly, in the span of 2 games, well, 1 game and a half, whereas that game was like just a minute, suddenly MEOW, they look so strong. After being like completely outplayed in the first 2 games, MEOW, they look in full control of whatever's happening.
Yes, they just, there was no contention on any of those power clams.
Mm-hmm.
All those power clams were put in at a time where MEOW had a man advantage, and it was so, everything went well. Mm-hmm. Nothing went poorly. Yes, members went down on the side of MEOW, but every time, as you said before, Seachedelia was getting trades while MEOW was getting picks. There was no trading coming out from Seachedelia, as every single one of their picks was getting traded, and MEOW was able to get doubles and triples without any repercussions. Just it was a clear advantage to MEOW there. Tying up this set, 2-2.
Anson, and the thing is, MEOW, with that, they had Tacticooler. So even the trades, they were good for MEOW.
Yeah, Tacticooler. Trades are useless against Tacticooler.
That was like such jokes. Everything was going MEOW's way, but we are going to back to Splat Zones, and we've seen Seachedelia being able to claw their way back in the first game of Splat Zones. Splat Zones was going well for them. And so we'll see if they're able to do better. Having that Zekofin Splatterscope, which is like the only weapon I feel like for Alexi, their backline, it's pretty good on zones, and it's pretty good on Shipshape cargo. So that's a very good map for them. That's a very good map to reset themselves and get back into the game and show us what they're able to do.
Yes, this will be Shipshape Cargo, one of the new maps. I've heard everyone's loving this map. I am as well. As we see the Tringer come out, looks like that is Seachedelia's choice of pick for zones. We've seen it come out both times. And just the roller coming out again from MEOW. nothing too out of the ordinary from both of these teams in terms of what they've brought here. As we go, and Adeshima's already on the enemy plat.
Oh
There's
yeah,
already 2 down.
Yeah, with
Third
Tena,
down.
they just get 2 picks. There's going to be a
I could use a MEOW player for a Seachedelia player. As there's just back and forth picks going on. It's a lot of chaos right now in this first minute.
Yeah, and right now MEOW just moving forward. But Seachedelia are trying to get things going. They have like this burst aggressivity that they're able to get, but right now MEOW is staying in control and forcing Seachedelia to stay back when they want to attack, but Tri-Strike is going to get the zones back. With Super Chunks, they don't even fall on the zone. They paint a lot, but not on the right spot. And it's just Akira with the hammer right now. Akira completely isolated, and MEOW just getting that picked, and now they can be ahead of the zone, and they're looking to score a lot and a lot of points, Ansonen.
A lot and a lot of times. I find it really funny that Akira was so deep that they couldn't retreat back to their spawn. They had to retreat to MEOW's spawn. Which I find very funny. But we finally see a man advantage go to Seachedelia as they're looking to paint zone, but they're not even allowed to get it. As Adeshima is just keeping control, the defensive force, unlike the aggression he was showing earlier, as that will be an uncontested knockout. A perfect game coming out from MEOW as they take the lead in this set, 3-2. It feels like MEOW's woken up. It feels like a completely different set than earlier.
Yeah, like MEOW had 2 games to warm up, and now they're in, they're ready, and they're unstoppable. Like Seachedelia, they need to really change things up. Like what they're doing, their comp, their strategies, they don't align. They get defeated, they get picked, and right now MEOW is just like completely outplaying them. They're in their heads, and there's a Carbon sharking and getting picks after picks, making sure that everything is going MEOW's way.
I might be wrong because I don't know. I believe that Treasuring has chumps if I'm right. There is no cooler on the side of Seachedelia, so every single pick that MEOW got was more effective than Seachedelia's. And it might be time to be looking at a cooler option for Seachedelia. They're getting picked a lot, and they're losing the man advantage, and that quick respawn might be what's needed there.
Whether it's cooler or something that's able to restop MEOW when they're moving forward, Seachedelia, they need something to stop the bleeding. They need something to stop MEOW for just taking the ball and running with it. They need to just stop that momentum. They need to get back in the game. And on Tower Control Manta, they're going like, it's a big map where lots of things can happen.
Sorry.
No problem. And on Manta, you need a way to stop that Carbon, because if that Carbon gets into your street, gets under your ledges, you have a big problem.
You do. We're seeing that Akira's disruptive gameplay has finally been adapted to. I don't know by what. I'm not that good of a player. I can't analyze that. I'm sorry. He's getting shut down. Yeah, it's been time and time again. Akira's been shut down, whether it's from a lucky Zuka from across the map or it's from actually being aware that Akira's, taking the flank and is always in the spawn. What Seachedelia has been relying on has been so pivotal for them for their first 2 wins has been not present. And Manta Maria, it's a boat. There's no really large side flanks. Let's be honest. There are some, but it's a rectangle at the end of the day. And that brush is going to be very hard to be getting around MEOW. And I don't know what to say except it's going to be very difficult for Akira if they're going to continue going with the brush.
That brush has
the brush one tricks are scary. They can definitely prove me wrong.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, Akira with the brush has shown us that they're able to really do things like get a lot of aggro on themselves. They're able to get behind. But the problem is because Seachedelia loses their 1v1s or get trades that don't matter because of a cooler, there is no like follow-up onto that brush that's happening. And right now, Seachedelia, it's what Akira is doing with the brush doesn't matter as much because Seachedelia doesn't have the solidity to follow up on it, and they really need to find these follow-ups and stay into that game long enough that Akira's plays can really pay off.
Yes, again, same thing these teams have been bringing. We're seeing the brush, we're seeing the ballpoint. The inkjet's great on this map. Well, it's great on every map, let's be honest. The roller coming out again, as both teams are just gonna run same old, and that is Akira getting the pick on Adeshima. But you heard what I said about man advantage. He decided to take it in his own hand, into their own hands here.
And it's just Taina with the carbon right now. Taina just trying to delay things, managed to jump out, and with that Zuka at the ready, that's a very, very good jump out, but Seachedelia is going to get to checkpoint 1.
Just massive man advantage, and still doesn't reach first checkpoint though. Doesn't get a lot of that as 3 goes down on Seachedelia. As MEOW look to take the lead here, as they should and will, as they look to break down the first checkpoint, which Seachedelia was unable to do even with that great first foot.
Yeah, and they got the wipe, they got the checkpoint, and now they are looking to attack to that second checkpoint. They have 2 Zukas at the ready. That's going to be very powerful, unless Seachedelia, with a few well-placed bombs, are able to stop everything. And right now it's just the shot on the side of MEOW. He's going to have to move back. Ooh,
yeah, that's great pick on the Adeshima, as that is one person. That's a 4v3. It looks like they'll finally be going to get that first checkpoint, as MEOW is going to be staying back, waiting to regroup as the charger gets... That is unfortunate. But 2 go down on the side of Seachedelia. Able to make the defensive push against that Trizuka.
Yeah, Seachedelia not able to get that power, but at least they are still into it, still pushing, and Adeshima just with the Zuka getting 2!
Absolutely massive though. I think that's a triple as well from Adeshima, looking for the ace, but unable to get it.
Just Nima keeping the team in the game, giving the jumps back in. Seachedelia, they keep themselves into the game, but they're still not able to really get a good push. Okay, 4 versus 2, this is their opportunity now.
As a trade goes down on the side of MEOW, Seachedelia will be looking to take that first checkpoint. Trizuka is out, Tri-Strikes are out on the side of MEOW. Somehow manages to not get a kill there. Great movement on the side of Seachedelia, but thinking of kills, there is the Ink Brush down, there's the Chaos gone, as MEOW will be looking to focus all their attention towards the tower players now.
Yeah, but MEOW is defending as much as they can. Their lead is small, but they are keeping it. And right now, MEOW bring the tower back into mid with the Tacticular. They're going to be directly back on the attack and looking to maybe get that second checkpoint. We have 2 minutes left and lots of things could still happen between these two teams.
If I'm seeing this right, Splatoon hit rate, Gilbert, a lot of ink particles flying about. Seachedelia did not get the lead there. Akira with a great double might actually get them the lead in this next push, but all that stalling that MEOW did right around the trench, as I thought, was able to keep Seachedelia from getting the lead, getting the second checkpoint, but just a lot of picks going the side of okay, never mind. 2 go down on both sides. 3 go down on the side of MEOW, and the Carbon Roller has to get out, or not, as they go into the tower.
Okay, that carbon just delay things a bit, like forcing Seachedelia to look over the shoulder, but they are almost at that checkpoint looking to get that lead. They just need to stay on top a bit longer. They are not letting them, and very, very good moving back by Nima, regrouping with the team, getting the jumps, and with that injects at the ready. Seachedelia, in with 30 seconds left in the game, they really need that push.
They do really need it, but thankfully for them, they're only behind by 5 points, but that's a lot of suctions going on tower, as MEOW, even down 2 players, is still looking to stall this out.
They're on there?
4, 3, 2, 1, as Seachedelia takes the lead, 10 seconds left in the match, and that's going to look like it just hopefully decides a victory if there's anything Kaido can do, and there's nothing, as Seachedelia will be taking a great comeback into that game as they tie things up 3-3. We definitely have a set on our hands. It looks like MEOW is really starting to take this set by its hands, but Seachedelia is still here, still bringing the fight as a great comeback in that. It really looked like MEOW was, even though Seachedelia got the first, fight in that match, it really looked like MEOW was getting more in that beginning. But then about the 3-minute mark, I'd say, maybe 2-minute mark, Seachedelia just turned up and was like, we're here to make this push. We're not going to let you get anything. We're going to get everything. We're going to keep the tower in your trench. Right by second checkpoint. And even with a great knockout, Seachedelia was able to defend and get an amazing victory right there at the last second.
Yeah, and really nerves of steel by Seachedelia, really getting like all they can, forcing themselves, having all the patience that they can, and getting that lead back with just 10 seconds left into the game, as we can see on that replay. That was a great way to get back into that game, stopping all that momentum that MEOW had. And with a 3-2-3, we are now advancing into Game 7. The team that wins this one is going to be on match point. That's going to be very big, and that's going to be with Rainmaker on Hagglefish Market. Anson, that Rainmaker's map, like, we all know that one jump that you can get from the middle checkpoint, or that very solid push that you can get with a left checkpoint. It's all about how you manage things, both your attack and your defense. You need to be able to do both, to cover both fronts, and we'll see how these teams are able to get in and get things going.
We see MEOW took the first Rainmaker here with a really back and forth game, and if I was to be honest, they still have the momentum on their side with that great 3 in a row. It's a little bit halted now to Seachedelia's win, but we're going into another rectangle, Hagglefish Market, as I forgot to mention this, but the NZAP came out. I don't know if this has always been there on the side of Seachedelia, and I've just been blind, oblivious to it.
It's coming.
But we see the cooler come out on the side of Seachedelia, as we did last match, and
I mean, Rainmaker is the best. Oh wait, Dana!
What a devious spark!
Dana just waiting there, biting it. And very good.
And guess what? And guess away. The magic of Carbon Roller.
Yeah, she was waiting.
3, I don't know.
She was prepared and getting
going crazy. Here. That's a wipeout onto Seachedelia. The Carbon Roller just proving so powerful right now.
Yeah, MEOW getting that early checkpoint in the middle, and now looking to maybe get that jump, but all of Seachedelia is back on the defense. That ballpoint gets picked, but the shot gets picked. There's 3 picks. Wait, there's a wipeout. MEOW about to get a KO.
Another flawless KO on the side of MEOW. That's 2 this set as they show up. Oh my! I don't have words. I don't have words. Words don't exist. I'm speechless. Just
It's
an
like
absolute masterclass performance.
it's like these teams are so even until MEOW decides that they want to win in the next minute. And that explosivity, that ability that MEOW and Tana, they have to just say, okay, we're gonna get the picks and we're gonna move forward. And there's nothing you can do when we feel ourselves. And right now, yeah, they have every reason to feel themselves. And Seachedelia back to the drawing board. They really need to stop whatever MEOW is cooking because they have to win these next 2 games. And Antonin, we're going to start on Clan Blitz on Museum.
We could see a game. We could see a game 9.
Oh yes, we very much could see a game 1.
We could. We could have another game 9 week 1.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. Now their other flawless was on Clan Blitz. Now Museum a little bit less of a rectangle, but it's still very an open map in terms of mid. And Clan Blitz here, I'm gonna have to still say this favors MEOW here, as they're now up on that. They're now up to match point.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely feeling very comfortable. There's not a lot of nerves going on here. Even though the set is very close, only 3-4.
I mean, it's a Clan Blitz, but it's a much wider, a much open Clan Blitz than what we had on MakoMart. The baskets are so far away. It's not going to be constant fights, and we know if it's a constant fight, like on MakoMart, this is going MEOW's way. But this is Museum, and Museum, much wider, is giving, I think, Seachedelia a bit more of room. And Seachedelia, they like to have space. They don't like when. Like they like to have lots of ways to move around and ways to see MEOW coming. It's only if that carbon Taina if she's able to get in and get a few surprise picks, it's going to go MEOW's way.
That sure. Tanya has been great, absolutely spectacular, lights out. With that carbon, as we see teams both bring the same things they've brought, no changes going on. As we get into Game 8, what could be possibly a 5-3 victory for MEOW if they keep up their spectacular dominant performance they have on Clan Blitz so far.
Yeah, and Akira getting right away a bit of attention, but has to move back. MEOW is going to get the first pick, and right now they are looking to get that control of mid. Both teams fighting for it. Neither is able to get much. Nima with the inkjet is going to force things for Seachedelia. Seachedelia with the super clan getting kicked. It's both teams just fighting for the advantage right now, and neither really getting anything. But Adashima, deep into the platform, is looking to get things going for MEOW. No super clan though.
Very deep. Ooh. He's looking like he's trying to protect that power claim from Seachedelia, not allow them to get that, but they do in fact get the power clam here.
Yeah.
Seachedelia does have the clam lead here, as they could get in potentially 2 power clams.
Yeah, look at that. Adashima is already back on the flank, getting the pick on the ball point. And that super clan is back to the ground, 2 down. And if MEOW gets a few more clans, they'll be able to get in and probably open the basket. But right now, Seachedelia back onto the defense of their platform, and MEOW looking to get in.
We've been talking about the carbon. We've been talking about a massive double, by the way, on the MEOW.
Yep.
We've been talking about the brush being aggressive, but the V shot. Adashima has been so aggressive, and it's been such a thorn in Seachedelia's side. We've been seeing the V shots on the side as 3 go down on the side of Seachedelia.
Yes, crash that!
Speak. Pop off, MEOW.
Yeah, and MEOW, they're just moving forward. That's a delayed wipe. They already have Taina under the basket with a carbon, and there's going to be super jump by Alexi. That's the first opening of the basket, and in a 3v3 right now. MEOW is looking to
now.
put
As he gets as they get one here.
Yep. Yeah,
massive,
and the right
massive.
yep.
A push to 50. That is not bad. When we talk about clan blitz and pushes, it's always quality over quantity. You don't want a ton of pushes, what you want is big pushes, because that respawn Punisher, can get whittled down quite fast. With those power clans, but if you keep on getting small pushes, you're giving the enemy team pity clans. So every time you get a push, the enemy team gets a power clan. For those of you that didn't know, and a push to 56 here is that is a quality push. MEOW has been getting quality pushes for their first push. English is hard. As there's a lot of chaos right now. Seachedelia 2 go down, and MEOW's looking to take mid as they got a power clam just lined up for Seachedelia's basket, but Seachedelia is not allowing them to get past mid.
Yeah, and Seachedelia is back on the attack, pushing Alexi back right now, and Seachedelia, they are looking to pay. Maybe they can, yes, they get rid of that pesky carbon. Nima looking to drop into mid maybe, and maybe get things going, but gets picked by Adashima with the shot. MEOW is back in control and looking to attack. They have that Zuka going, getting that pick and with a try strike. Right now, MEOW is looking to reopen that basket and get a few more points.
Adashima using that box jump to just provide a lot of pressure against Seachedelia. And there's that power clan going in. It's not enough to break Punisher, but it doesn't look like a quality push, if I say so myself. Seachedelia's great defense, they're only allowing the power clan to go in, and they now have a pity for this push. As Akira is in Gal spawn.
Yeah, and getting another pick. Seachedelia is again struggling to keep their players onto the stage, and MEOW is looking to run with it. There's just 10 seconds left.
There's only 10 seconds left.
Yes! There's only 10 seconds left, and Seachedelia, they need a monster push if they want to stay into that LUTI set. There's a nice pick by Akira, but they need to get in. Akira is getting under, oh no, Axel under the basket, and right now there's going to be a super jump in. They're going to open the basket. No! No, the pick onto the super jump, and that's going to be game and set for MEOW.
MEOW just getting their stats up instead of putting that power clam in. I kind of respect it, honestly, as they just did not let Seachedelia get in at all. They always had mid. There was always a push deep into Seachedelia. Adashima being very aggressive on that B shot.
Yes.
We've been talking about the roller, as I said before, we've been talking about the roller, talking about that brush being aggressive, but Adashima has been going crazy on that V shot, been getting into spawn so many times, providing a lot of pressure with a great slaying weapon. It's a direct contrast to Seachedelia's V shot, which I have not, their V shots / V shot have not been putting that same level of aggression, at least not notably. It's such a mix-up. They've been relying on Akira for that pressure, and yes, kudos to Akira. Kudos to everybody on Seachedelia providing a massive and a very entertaining game, doing great work, great players on their team. But MEOW is just they're proving the aggressive. They've got the aggression locked down in this aggressive meta. If you've seen the tactical being the meta, they mastered the aggression. They perfect pushes, perfect shutout, and a great set overall. Bringing, what I thought was a quite back and forth 2-0 from Seachedelia, with bringing it back, proving themselves here, and we will not be getting a game 9, but a 8. We will be ending at game 8, 5-3 Seachedelia. Massive game. I believe that will be all for one of us. At the very least. Pat, where can we find you?
I'm going to leave the mic, but you can find me at on Twitter at @PatHorton with underscores in between. I'll be right back for the last game of tonight, but for now, Anston, it's going to be you and Bio. I wish you good luck and good games.
You will be back. I will be enjoying watching you after my cast. Don't worry.
Yep.
I gotta read the caster list one of these days.
Yeah, and see you later all. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with another LUTI set.